Here I am. Here you are. Here we shall be as we
enter.
spot in your love.
Hello.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Electric word, life, it means forever, and that's a mighty long time. But I'm here to tell you, there's something else.
This is the moment I go to God.
And what we have to ask is, why is it that God has admonished us to hate evil? Well, first of all, God loves you.
Cuando tú vuelvas, he said, he drugged the victims, then strangled them, and finally dismembered their bodies.
Right.
Then do
And homelessness and all that. And now, the voice you've been waiting for.
Wait a minute, man. Hey, check this out, man. It was this blind man, right?
I can see what's happening.
Someone somewhere may hear my words and understand.
Don't you know? Don't you care? Don't you know I'm there? Don't you want? Don't you say? At least you have a way.
You know, I got to thank you all for helping me to understand what my heritage is.
Me, myself, and I. For just a moment, we were alive. But we were living lives within misfortunes by our minds. The Indians send signals from the rocks above the pond.
Bonjour. Arnin. NeSe Indigenicas Anishinaabe. Kevin Richard Shores. Indigenicas Jaganashi Moog. Makwa Nindun Dame. Minawa Nindogichida. Gawa Babi Gani Kagan Dunjiba Minawa. Moorhead, Minnesota, Nuguminde. Excuse me. Shimigwich, get your manadu. Ape Gish, Bimadaziwe Wien. Hello and hi. Here we are. Again. Again, we are here.
Making a noise in this world. Making a noise in this world. You can bet your ass I won't go quietly. Making a noise in this world. No sleep till!
We all know there's revolution coming, and it's coming fast. It's just right around the corner now.
I look around and look for really meaningful signs that we're about to really change.
No reason, no explanation. You just wake up, and here you are.
Where is that? Where is that? You are being. What are you being? Reflections of the universe? Are you illuminating brightly, as bright as you can? Or are you messing with the dimmer switch? Or is there something in the way of the universe not allowing you to find the course forward or upward, depending on the direction that you decided that the universe should go? Because here we are together, listening to me babbling on in Babylon, trying to inspire you to illuminate brighter than you are at this moment right now, because it is gone. There is no now. There are only moments that come and go and come and go, and it just continues going. The tick-tock of the clock that we have been enslaved to, as the seconds and the minutes and the hours and the days and the weeks and the months and the years continue to go by. And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And what are your results that you are creating in the universe, where you have been bestowed upon the blessing of existence, the ultimate perfection of the uniqueness that you are a miracle. Absolute perfection in the uniqueness that there is no other universe. Hear me, please, Durga. Shine. Illuminate. Because universe deserves everything that universe needs. Where are you? Being positive, neutral, or negative? You are the action. You are the choice. You are the perception of the perception of the perception of universe. With your oogly googlies, as you see the different fields, the spectrums that you can manipulate depending upon where.
This is a recording.
You decide to be.
Fashions and races, hoping Mary Kay can hide their ugly faces. $1,000 suits won't fill your empty soul. Wanna be the big fish in a little fish bowl. Here we go, here's some truth. Take it to the grave. The tie around your neck is a leash for a slave.
This country is now under the control of secret society members who are self-avowed globalists. They do not want nation states. They do not want sovereign boundaries. They want a borderless world of nothing but free trade zones, okay? And that's why, and once you understand who these people are, what they want, and what their game plan is, it all falls into place. But otherwise, you're out there squabbling about liberal and conservative and Republican and Democrat and this, that, and the other thing, and you're distracted and you're divided, and these people are pushing their agenda right on through.
George Washington's hemp crop. Many readers will assume that this book consists of nothing but fiction and fantasy. Actually, like most historical tomes, it includes those elements, as do the works of Gibbon, Toynbee, Wells, Beard, Spengler, Marx, Yerby, Kathleen Winsor, Arthur Schlesinger Jr., Moses, et al. But it also contains as many documented facts as do not seriously conflict with the author's prejudices. Washington's hemp crop, for instance, is mentioned repeatedly in Writings of Washington, U.S. Government Printing Office, 1931. Here are some of the citations. Volume 31, page 389. October 1791, letter from Mount Vernon to Alexander Hamilton, Secretary of Treasury. How far would there be propriety, do you conceive, in suggesting the policy of encouraging the growth of cotton and hemp in such parts of the United States as are adapted to the culture of these articles? In the next 3 years, Washington evidently settled the matter in his own mind, whatever Hamilton thought of the proprieties. Volume 33, page 279, finds him writing from Philadelphia to his gardener at Mount Vernon to make the most you can of the India hemp seed and plant it everywhere. Waxing more enthusiastic, on page 384, he writes to an unidentified "my dear doctor," telling him, "I thank you as well for the seeds as for the pamphlets which you had the goodness to send me." The artificial preparation of the hemp from Silesia is really a curiosity. And on page 469, he again reminds the gardener about the seed of the India hemp. "I desire that the seed may be saved in due season and with as little loss as possible." The next year, he was even more preoccupied that the seeds be saved and the crop replenished. Volume 34, page 146, finds him writing, March the 15th, 1795, to the gardener again. "Presuming you saved all the seed you could from the India hemp, let it be carefully sown again for the purpose of getting into a full stock of seed." Volume 34, page 72, undated letter of spring 1796, shows that the years did not decrease this passion. He again writes to the gardener, "What was done with the seed saved from the India hemp last summer? It ought, all of it, to have been sown, S-E-W-N, sick, again. That not only a stock of seed sufficient for my own purposes might have been raised, but to have disseminated the seed to others, as it is more valuable than the common hemp," italics added. Volume 35, page 265, shows him still nagging the gardener. Page 323 contains the letter to Sir John Sinclair mentioned in the first trip. The Weishaupt impersonation theory, congenial as it may be to certain admirers of the general, cannot account for all of this. A diary entry of August the 7th, 1765, The Diaries of George Washington, Houghton Mifflin, 1925, reads, "Began to separate, the male from the female hemp at dew, rather too late." This is the passage quoted by Congressman Koch and remembered by Saul Goodman in the novel. The separation of male from female hemp plants is not required for the production of hemp rope, but is absolutely necessary if one wants to use the flowering tips of the female for marijuana. And at that time, Adam Weishaupt was very definitely still in Bavaria, teaching canon law at the University of Ingolstadt. All of this data about General Washington's hobby, originally researched by Michael Aldrich, Ph.D. of Mill Valley, California, was rediscovered by Saul Goodman while he and Barney Muldoon were employed as investigators by the American Civil Liberties Union on test cases seeking to have all remaining anti-marijuana laws repealed as unconstitutional. The Goodman-Muldoon Private Investigations Agency, which had been formed right after those two worthy gentlemen had resigned from the New York Police Department amid the international acclaim connected with their solving the Carmel disappearance, was offered a lion's share of the best-paying business accounts possible. Saul and Barney chose, however, to take only the cases that really interested them. Their most notable work was performed as investigators for lawyers defending unpopular political figures. Goodman and Muldoon, it was agreed everywhere, had an uncanny knack for finding the elusive evidence that would demonstrate a frame-up to even the most hostile and sceptical jury. Many political historians say that it was in large part their work which kept the most eccentric and colourful figures of the extreme right and extreme left out of the prison hospitals during the great mental health, social psychiatry craze of the late 1970s and early 1980s.
Cannabis, cannabis, cannabis. Hemp? No. Marijuana? No. Cannabis. Are you part of the problem, or are you part of the cannabis resolution?
Let's wander slowly through the fields, slowly, slowly through the fields. I touch the leaves that touch the sky, just you and I, through fields of joy.
Marijuana's dangerous and medical pot is really strong. That's why it's so hard in California to get your weed card unless something's really wrong. Gonna pay a visit to my doctor. It's a long shot, but I gotta try. He hands me a list of all the ailments I can have to qualify. Can't believe what I am reading. This is just what I've been needing. A government supply to get legally high. Weed card, it's what I need. Hardly ever okay, always. But it's not an addiction, 'cause my doctor gave me a prescription.
I love it.
Hey, I can handle this stuff. Hey, I'm hip, you know? Hey, I can handle this stuff. Hey, I'm hip, you know?
I love it.
Hey, I can handle this stuff. Hey, I'm hip, you know?
And then the people who smoke marijuana looking at you like, God, man, alcohol's a crutch. Really, Captain Herbalife? You just macrameed your ass into the sofa and you're telling me that? A little bit of hypocrisy there. It's kind of like Idi Amin looking at Gandhi going, you're too intense. No. These are people who are so stoned they can eat kitty litter and go, that's real crunchy. These same people get their animals stoned. This is not a good idea. Do not get your dog stoned. He's not that high up on the food chain to begin with.
It was quite a trip.
How much is too much? High high as high as high as high.
Have you ever watched the sun go down and you're thinking about the world spinning round? Have you ever been high as fuck? You're in the bathroom mirror talking to yourself and your dog's looking at you like you need help. Have you ever been high as fuck?
Yo, what's up? Yo, man, give me some of that old gangsta ass shit, you know what I'm saying? Some shit I can just kick back, smoke a fat ass joint too, you know?
Are you a turtle?
So why are you utilizing cannabis? For what purpose? Positive, neutral, negative? Why do you utilize the cannabis plant? Respectfully? When I asked my elders of the Anishinaabe people what are their thoughts about utilizing cannabis, I'm always told roughly the same thing. That if you put something inside of your entity, if you do it in a respectful manner, that the spirit, which everything has spirit to it, whether you call it energy or a soul or that field, everything has it. And when you put that energy, that spirit into you, if it is done in a respectful manner, then that energy shall work in a symbiotic relationship. And if you put that energy into your entity in a negative way, then it shall consume you from the inside. Whether that be cannabis, alcohol, sugar, sex, relationships, milk. If you are not doing it in a respectful way, and also if you know that it is a poison, if you know that it is a poison, if you know that it is a poison, if you know that it is a poison and you put it into your entity, then is that not a negative thing? when there's only 3 states of being, positive, neutral, negative, in the simplification of the complexity of where we are at, the simplex state of being, positive, neutral, negative. And when you utilize that scrutiny, what are you doing? It's incredible what we can get away with once we find an excuse. And I am a hypocrite, whereas I am the stupidest man I know. And even though I am not a fan of that word stupid, I am that I am that I am stupid. Because my definition and where I utilize the word stupid is with the word ignorant. Where we are all ignorant until we learn of it. And in our ignorance, once we learn of it and we change the behavior, and when we change the behavior to be positive, once we continue the behavior and it becomes negative again, and we know that it's negative, then we are being stupid. And I am guilty of being stupid because I have done negative to myself. And may you have pity on me and forgive me for that. And please have pity on me and forgive me if I have been negative to universe. Because I make the proclamation that I love universe. And yet, if I have been negative to the universe, am I really validating that love that I profess? What are we doing for the universe? What can we do to better the universe? Cannabis. Cannabis can be utilized in a harmonious, respectful way. So why are you using cannabis? For what reasons? Because if you look and scrutinize, if you research and do your due diligence and learn about the cannabis plant, and although the cannabis plant is called by many, many names, when you scrutinize the history in America, the horrific history of America, in the United States of confusion in America, where they have demonized cannabis and ripped it apart for financial gain. And people still to this day continue to argue, to distract for their egos so that they can fulfill that desire of what? I don't know what is in universal heart, what is going through your mind. All I can do is experience the actions of your deeds and of your words. And as I witness those actions of these entities that claim to be positive advocates for the cannabis plant. It is not about getting it legalized so that you can make money from it. It is about standing up to the fact that cannabis is already legal, that it cannot be illegal. It is against our inalienable rights and the rights that are afforded to us by the United States Constitution and the state's Constitution, that we have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of property. And in that right, inalienably, we are allowed to utilize plants for the benefit of health maintenance, to make sure that our entity is optimally performing to its full potential. However, as you're putting in those additives and those preservatives and taking all of those synthetics and putting those into your entity and then saying, no, I want cannabis also, that quick fix, that miraculous pill. Yes, cannabis can definitely help you on multitudes of levels, but what are you doing to help yourself before the cannabis is added? You're the action. You're the choice. Now, act.
Hey, do you know why I laugh? Well, I'll tell you.
We've entered a shadow zone. We've entered a shadow zone.
Hey, do you know why I laugh?
We've entered a shadow zone.
Appendix Yod. Operation Mindfuck.
I came to the knowledge that not only was religion and government corrupt, but that most sanctimonious of all institutions on the earth, the law. And if there's anything in this world that I absolutely abhor, way down deep, is anybody telling me about the law. Whose law? Where does it come from? Show it to me. Well, the policeman represents the law. Where did he get that? Responsibility? Where did he get that authority? Oh, well, from the state. Where did the state get it? Well, they got it from the federal government. Where did the federal government get it from? Well, I mean, they got it because somebody has to be in charge. Well, somebody's going to be in charge. I think I'm going to be in charge of me. I'll be in charge of me, and I'll be my own law.
There's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there, telling you
what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the regular style that you're used to.
You cannot go against nature, because when you do, go against nature, it's part of nature too.
What do you think they're trying to do? The powers that should not be?
Keep them separated.
What are they doing? The powers that should not be? What are they doing?
You gotta keep them separated.
We all deserve a life in hell. We all deserve a life in hell. We all deserve a life in hell. Disease of the living dead.
That's right. Lay down. Play dead. Be dead. That's right. Lay down. Play dead. Be dead. That's right. Lay down. Play dead. Be dead.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a good boy.
Shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
Change your heart. Look around you. Change your heart. It will astound you.
Pictures of the world from space. Pictures of the human race. Some say they
floating in space.
Getting strong today, a giant step each day. All I want in life's a little bit of love to take the pain away. Getting strong today, a giant step each day. All I want in life's a little bit of love to take the pain away. Getting strong today, a giant step each day. Now this is what it's like when worlds collide. Now this is what it's like. Now this is what it's like when worlds collide. Now this is what it's like. Nothing, you're a mother piece of shit, and you'll never amount to nothing. You're a mother piece of shit, and you'll never amount to nothing. You're a mother piece of shit, and you'll never amount to nothing. You're a mother piece of shit, and you'll never amount to nothing.
You are a miracle.
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
Oh, pirates, yes, they rob I. Sold I to the merchant ship. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit. But my head was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly.
Are you ready to follow the resolution? Because it's already happening. Can't you feel Mother Earth revolving?
Everybody wants to go to heaven. Everybody wants to go to heaven. Everybody wants to go to heaven.
Waiting for heaven, I think we're already here. she has 6 or 7, it don't mean a thing. She cannot fly, they're made out of string. I lied to you all, this angel can't be. She's just a part of my memory. And all you would say is we're waiting for heaven, waiting for heaven. I think we're already here. All you'd say is we're waiting for heaven, waiting for heaven. I think we're already here.
Is gentle as a rose, and love can conquer anyone. It's time to take a stand. Brothers and sisters, join hands.
Is it that simple? Is it that difficult?
The world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone.
Hello, that gives you the forward thrust now. Come on, let's get a rhythm. Right, left, right, left. 1, 2. Left and right, like day and night. That's what makes the world go round. In and out, thin and stout. That's what makes the world go round. For every up, there is a down. For every square,
There is a round?
yes. For every high,
There is a low?
yeah. And for every two,
There is a...
fro.
Fro.
Yes, fro. To and fro, stop and go. That's what makes the world go round. In and out, thin and stout.
Merlin!
Oh,
Merlin!
Here we are still.
But they all do sort of the same thing, and that is rearrange what you thought was real. And they remind you of the beauty of very simple things. You forget, because you're so busy going from A to Z, that there's 24 letters in between, letters in between, letters in between, letters in between.
What are you spelling out as you hit the keys, stroking your ego? Because we're all full of excrement.
Human being, I have chromosomes constantly splitting through the process of mitosis. Every dollar sale eats and breathes with me, so I go to the corner store regularly to purchase soda and refrigerated bacon for the bile in my colon that I'm diligently making. Some monkeys eat only vegetables and fruit. Their bodies, like ours, break down their food and relinquish those parts into various tubes. Then they shit, everybody shits shit. Ours gets flushed while theirs gets thrown, and wherever it lands, more plants are gonna grow. Carbon cycle. Carbon cycle. We are part of nature's plan.
So what is nature's plan? What does the universe have in store for us? Are we just hanging on to this spinning rock as it travels? Is it the dawning of a new day? Shall the dawn be here for me, here for you? Do we deserve? Have we done enough today so that we shall see the dawn of a new day? The initiation of the beginning of us in these moments. Living within the construct of the social conditioning that the powers that should not be have been utilizing for thousands of years, because all of those politicians, all of those corporations, all of those out there and their money that they bow down to with their greed all go to the same and different banks. And when you have millions and billions and trillions of dollars in the banks, they can easily hit the keystrokes, shift a zero, a decimal, and you lose. Or oops, this looks suspicious, fraud, because it's all a fraud if you look at it, because the bankers are the ones that created the Federal Reserve, a reserve that is neither federal or is there a reserve of what? Their promissory notes that are backed by what? Gold, silver, the treasury. We are the product. We are the assets. For every single one of you, you produce through your existence in this United States of confusion and America. You are more likely to spend an average amount of so much money as you live a certain amount of time before you slowly die, making more money for the banks that own the senators, the politicians, the corporations, the doctors, the pharmaceuticals, and you. Are you going to break free? Do you hear the alarm going off? Are the bells ringing for thee to whom the bells toll? From the day we were born, they blackened our feet. They put ink on the bottom of our souls. They blackened our souls and stamped us to a certificate of birth. A certificate of birthing at the dock as he brought in another product of the conditioning.
All you need to do is what you've always done. Nothing. Just go along to get along. And all they need to do is what they've been doing, running your world for you. And their timetable for your demise is coming soon. Saturn and his new world order. Better wake up. This is Jordan Maxwell.
Let's say that the aliens did land. Let's say that the aliens approached a group of men and women in certain structures of our society and said, "We are from another world. Take us to your leader."
If
I fail, if I wind up in hell, or limbo, or the cemetery, the responsibility is exclusively mine. If I fail, if I wind up in hell, or limbo, or the cemetery, the responsibility is exclusively mine. If I fail, if I wind up in hell,
yeah, well, you would have thought so, wouldn't you?
Left you hanging on a peg alone. You look nearly to me, babe, and I wanna make you my own.
I am here. Here I am. If you need or want.
Where'd you go? I miss you so. Seems like it's been forever that you've been gone.
I am here. Here I am. As I shall be forever and ever.
I was so close.
And heaven help us all.
In each generation, there is a greater or lesser interest in fantastic and marvelous events. Some expansive cultures are excited about strange foreign places and future times. Others, perhaps more.
We want information. 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 Who are you? The new number 2. Who is number 1? You are number 6. I am not a number. I am a free man.
I have told you the truth, and everything as it happened. I have told you the truth, and everything as it happened. I have told you the truth.
Come and speak to me, my friend. Forget the words that you think you were saying. 'Cause your thoughts seem to be thinking otherwise. 'Cause your feelings seem to be feeling otherwise. Otherwise, otherwise.
Where's your wisdom, your knowledge?
Broken pieces, use them for protection. Use them for protection. Take your strong pieces, use them. We're living on the outside.
All we have is what we have. Tomorrow isn't coming. Now is already gone. This moment you and I are here. Thank universe for being the miracle that you are. Have you recognized that miracle in the mirror? Yes, that is universe. Looking at universe. Looking at universe. Pondering who are universe. Looking at universe. Who are universe but a miracle? I am universe. You are universe. We are universe. All of us here at this moment in the arc angles of the perception from the point of view as we see between the lines, above the line, below the line. For in the distance, at the horizon, between the lines, the point of connection, is it the direction that you are heading towards the Holy Trinity, positive, neutral, negative? How are you stepping down upon Mother Earth? Toe heel, heel toe, as you press your soul against the Mother. Do you do it in respect? Do you gently, do you gently put your foot down upon Mother Earth? Or are you stamping around in frustration and anger and negative? How can you get to neutral? How do you get to positiveness? At least if you are in a state of neutrality, you are not feeding the negative. And if you are able to find the ability to go to the positive in what? Perception? At what perception are you looking at the center, or you are at the center looking out? Because the perception really matters to you, niverse, or to all of us. Take a look at what you're looking at.
This was a triumph. I'm making a note here, huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead.
So are you ready to get some sleep? To rest your weary head? Because the dawn is coming, with or without you. Maybe.
Now the night has gone, now the night has gone away.
So has it all started again? Hopefully you're listening to this and it is your dawning of a new day.
Good night, good night.
Or if you're still up with me now. Oh, missed it. That now just left. That now just left too.
Good night, you're coming down, but it's alright.
If you don't like it, you can kiss my grits.
Chimigwich, Ape Gishbima Diziwe Win. So now I placate to the ego. YouTube, the megaphone man, one word. YouTube, cannabis res, R-E-Z, solution. YouTube, hilariousness, NeSe. Fake book, Anishinabeg, cannabis res solution. White earth res. Sorry. Forgive me. Have pity on me. To the ego. Hope you got something done. Please. I forgot to tell you at the beginning of this, do something. So if you're going to listen to this again, do something and ponder on what I said. And thank you for being here as I babble on in Babylon. Tootles.